Carl's immigration story firstly intrigued me from this introduction. Where was the barbed wire fence? Why and how was he decorating cakes through confinement? And most importantly, why was this person confined in the first place? I needed to learn more. Carl was born in 1900 in southwest Germany. His love for confectionery inspired him to migrate to Australia, Melbourne, in 1930 to pursue his career of becoming a pastry chef. During World War II, Carl and many other German, Italian, and Japanese people were identified as enemy aliens and detained in internment camps around Australia. This was all due to fear of invasion by Germany and Japan, where people like Carl were considered possible spies. Carl's story spoke to me through my curiosity of the world wars. Having studied humanities and history throughout schooling, Carl's story resonated with me firstly because of my interest and unclarity with his experience in such internment camps. I had no idea that these camps even existed. Listening to his story, I think about the times that I have felt excluded, ridiculed, or stereotyped throughout my 20 years of life. It has not been nearly to the same extent as Carl, through which his background, race, and diversity led him to feel as though he didn't belong. It makes me wonder how I and others who haven't experienced something so intense and mentally and physically damaging can be of understanding of someone else's life and their experiences. I feel privileged to have been born in Australia. It is a place where I do feel that I belong. Irrespective of individual beliefs, cultures, or identities, everyone should be treated with equal respect and made to feel that they too belong. Within my philosophy of inclusive practice, I value the importance of story listening. Just because I haven't experienced something as detrimental in my life as Carl doesn't mean that I shouldn't listen with an open heart and an open mind. As a teacher, I will listen to the children in my care with the same open heart and open mind, despite any differences in background or cultural diversity. It is important for me to throw away any bias I may have when deeply listening to stories from children, families, or educators. This type of listening allows for strong relationships to form, therefore developing a sense of belonging for all involved. Regardless, I wasn't able to listen to the way that Carl felt within his story. I only assumed that he felt unworthy, disrespected, fearful, and apprehensive whilst confined in the internment camps. In this way, my prejudice is taking over. I wonder what would happen if I spoke to someone closely about a similar incident of confinement and racial abuse. Would it help me in stepping into Carl's shoes and his way of life? Would this help in lowering my prejudice when listening to stories? How will this impact the way that I listen to children? This is a question that I will continue to think about as part of my philosophy and pedagogy of inclusive practice.